Hello, Earth Angel. Welcome. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. Thank you so much for joining me here today for this pick a card reading. We are currently in the full moon in Capricorn, happening July 13th, 2022. However, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you land on this reading, if the messages here resonate with you, then this is for you. So the full moon in Capricorn, and it is a super moon. It's been so bright already for the past couple days. This is a very powerful moon. Astrologers are saying this is the strongest moon of the year so far. Maybe of the year completely, I'm not sure about that, but definitely so far. And it's bringing in the strength that we need to go after our dreams. And we have been building up into this energy, as you know, for a while now, clearing things out, letting go, facing our fears, releasing negativity, doing all of this really deep work with the assistance of our guides and angels and the supportive people, loving earth angels in our lives. So here we are with this powerful supermoon, full moon in Capricorn, here to assist us going forward in making that leap, basically giving us the strength and the courage. And if there's anything like final that we need to release or whatever, this is the push. This is it, but it's not really a push. It's coming from a place of just drive and inspiration. So this is a really beautiful time, and Spirit, the messages came through as I was shuffling the cards, that basically this is very open. This is messages from Spirit about this subject, about this energy that we're in, about this last kind of the final stretch, I guess, before attaining something very important that we've been manifesting or cultivating, working towards in our lives. So that's really beautiful. And without further ado, let me introduce the decks here. We have pile 1 with the beautiful Lemurian quartz crystal. And then pile 2 is a feather. This feather from my friends, my bird tribe friends outside in my yard. They leave me every now and then they leave me a present, perfectly clean, beautiful feather. And then pile 3 is this beautiful banded celestite. I think that's what it's called. Whoops, sorry. It's a celestite, but I think it's called banded. If anyone knows, feel free to let me know. So these are the 3 piles, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I have pre-shuffled and channeled some oracle cards here and marked with the top card is from the Good Tarot. So those are here, and I will be live shuffling some more tarot to get to when we dive into your reading. So I want to let you know I am available for personal readings right now if you decide you want to dive deeper into something. Also light language transmissions and healings if that's something you're called to. All that information is in the description box below, as well as all of the decks that I'm using today and the timestamps for the piles so that you can jump right to your reading. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And use your intuition, take your time. You can pause the video if you need to pick your pile, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose the beautiful Lemurian quartz. It actually has some rainbow inclusions in it. And it's very beautiful. I've had it for a long time. I think it was my first Lemurian quartz. So it's very special. So I hope you're doing really well, pile 1. Thank you for being here. Let me just get comfortable, sorry. So we're gonna start off with the Good Tarot to signify the energy, overall energy of your reading today and what Spirit wants to share with you. So the Page of Fire to start off your reading. The Page of Wands. Beautiful. And then I have some oracle cards too. But I think I want to get into the tarot first. So first with the Page of Wands. Here, I'll put these aside. This is highlighting a creative new start for you. This is so beautiful with all of the lights in the background and the moon shining. It's like your dreams really are coming to a place where you are having this spark of creative energy to bring them forward. And part of this is through communication, and maybe for some of you writing, for some of you online, something successful that you are bringing forward or creating online perhaps. So this will resonate differently, of course. Take it as it resonates. But overall, there's a creative new beginning happening for you. You have the passion, you have the vision, you have the emotion behind it. You know, with this moon here, I just keep feeling like there's a depth to this spark. So sometimes I could think of this Page of Wands as maybe not having a lot of depth, but it feels like in this card there's a depth. There's energy behind this, what is coming into creation. You have been working on this for a while. So let's see what else we get. I was guided to use the Light Seers Tarot today. Again, as always, the decks I use will be listed in the description box below in case you're interested. And I am offering personal readings right now if you want to dive deeper into the messages here or something that you're experiencing in your life. And all that, the links for that information is also below. These were pre-shuffled. I'm just doing a little extra to get into the energy of you being here right now. So, okay, what else about this Page of Fire? For pile 1, please, Spirit, messages for the highest good that they need to hear right now, or that pile 1 needs to hear right now. Oh, beautiful, the Ace of Cups. Whoops, that's way too many, but I'll take the Two of Wands. And the way the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups are peeking out, we'll take them. Okay. And the rest I'll just take into consideration. Wait, the King of Cups is here too. My goodness. All right, I'm just going to take them all. I'll take them all because I can almost hear some of you thinking, no, take them all. Okay. The Ace of Cups. Beautiful. That's what I was feeling when I said emotion behind this new start. There's this beautiful love here. A new beginning in love. From, you know, it's like your cup is flowing, and it's flowing with light. Even though the cup is water, you know, it's like there's light in that too. So this is not just an emotional, that's why the fire is here. It's also like a spiritual desire. So this is a deep creative experience awakening for you. Let's see, where do you want to go here? Let me see what all is going on here. Okay, this actually came up behind that. High Priestess. Okay, so whether you are male or female, you are being represented by the Queen of Cups, and you're being encouraged to receive this love that, and this inspiration that is coming through from the universe for you. And I never noticed that this kind of rainbow light above there before, if you can see that. There's this promise and hope that you have been basically believing in and opening to, you know, see how her hands are open to the universe, and almost like she's praying or meditating and just willing to receive this. This is pouring out of the Ace of Cups and into her hands and heart and life. So there's overflowing love coming in for you. There's a communication from the universe. You have been studying, and perhaps you have been. That's unbelievable. So like, look at this. The Page of Wands is right underneath, from a different deck, right underneath the Page of Wands. So there's this excitement, you know, there's something very exciting happening, and it does have to do with communication and making a decision and being clear about that decision, being excited about it. Knowing with clarity, you know, like which direction you're going and what you're starting to create at least. And this was not in reverse, actually, when it came out. The Eight of Wands. Passionate movement forward, communication, travel. This might include traveling for some of you. But here we have the King of Cups on the other side, right underneath the High Priestess. So I'm getting from this, follow your intuition. You are being strongly guided by your intuition. This love, this energy that is coming through for you is so powerful. You might have been in indecision for a little while, but I think you're being encouraged to, with the King of Cups here, I think you're being encouraged to see how he's so meditative. Actually, they both are, but in a very different way. She's in a really receptive position, and he is more in a quiet inward meditation. And so the King of Cups what I'm thinking of, at least in this moment, is he can often hold his emotions within, even though he has very deep, deep, deep emotions. They can often be held in and not really expressed. And with the High Priestess here, same thing. She can be very secretive and silent and mysterious, this deep part of us, this deep knowing with these deep emotions. And I feel like with all of this action and creativity and love coming in, whatever form that is taking for you, and all the communication and all the excitement, you are being encouraged to hold some of this deep within you in a sacred place, to keep some of it quiet, to keep some of it. And I mean, that's not to be paranoid or anything. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Oh yeah, the Five of Wands, interesting. So competition, you know, people, when you have something really exciting like this going on, really with so much love, inspiring it and really fueling it, and it looks like some of you might be out in front of people, you know, like on social media or something like that, perhaps. But whatever the case, or at your job or in school or something, but there's people who maybe, you know, they just out of their own fears or limitations or whatever, you know, maybe they mean to wish you the best, but they can't really wish you the best, or they can't really put energy towards you or your dreams with the same excitement and support and love and energy of holding it sacred that you do, and that you feel that these dreams, you know, a lot of times we think of these creative pathways or projects or whatever this is for you. A lot of times we think of that as our baby, you know, keeping it, we want to keep it very safe. We don't want to let it be with just anyone. So I feel like there's that encouragement here too, is to really, and also this will help sustain what you're building. There's this water energy with this fire energy. And to me, you know, when I had an astrology reading a long time ago, he pointed out about, you know, water and steam, when there's a lot of, I said water and steam, when there's a lot of water and fire together, it creates steam, which is power, which is the ability to move. And with all of this, is a lot of movement energy in here. So you really are creating something. You're ready to do it. You're ready to move forward in a bigger way, but you are being encouraged to temper this fire with this emotion, with this depth, and with this I guess reverence or just awareness, to keep some of it to yourself, you know, to just, maybe there's a very trusted few, but there are things that you'll want to keep to yourself. And I'm hearing now that you know what I'm talking about, and that if this is your message, this will resonate with you and you will know. So some other cards that I drew, your oracle cards, to see what else is going on here. Blessed, the beautiful card Blessed, number 22. And for some of you, this is communication with a counterpart, with a divine counterpart, with a beloved. And you're making the decision to move forward, and it's very exciting. But keep some of this to yourself and temper the energy. Overall, you are blessed. Number 22 is a gateway to me. This is a master number. You can Google it if you want more information about 22, or maybe it means something to you already. It's you are very blessed. I can see that with the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess and the King of Cups. This is really beautiful. And building blocks. Now I'm feeling, this is the first earth energy I have felt in this reading so far. Because even this Blessed card is so etheric, like so much fire and water in it with the shell. And I even think her wings have fire on them, and there's a star. So these building blocks are kind of, yeah, this is what is coming. This is what is happening. That you are blessed in this process. You are building, you have been building towards this for a while now. So I haven't drawn from this deck in a while. I drew from the Galactic Heritage deck today too. So these cards are a little different if you haven't seen them before, but they're very interesting and very activating. So you have number 70, Complete Surrender. And this is from Lyra and the Future Timeline. Complete surrender. That's what it looks like this Queen of Cups is doing. Surrendering to this love, surrendering to this creative force, to this communication from the universe, and building, making a decision and moving forward. Sharing cultural ideals, number 66. It's a Pleiades and it's a present. All of this fire, all of this love, you are building also into a new level of self-esteem and personal power. And we have, from the Dragon Oracle, we have Water Dragon, who helps you flow easily around obstacles. This represents Christ's light and love are flowing. Develop your psychic abilities. Go with the flow. With this Cups energy, with the High Priestess, I feel like you're in the Blessed card. I do feel like your psychic abilities are developing in a new way. There's a depth happening, a new depth, and it's coming in, which I was pulled to in the very first card. It's coming in with this depth of emotion. So tapping into this love. I mean, she even seems like she's in a receptive to more psychic information. So this is part of what's coming into you, and you're surrendering into this. You're surrendering to what is, and that's helping give you more creative inspiration. So the Sunshine Yellow Dragon helps you to help animals. Oh, that's sweet. Serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. Okay, I love that. So some of you, maybe some of you work with animals, and this is, or your creative project has to do with animals, and this is just encouragement that their spirits are with you. They recognize what you're doing for them, and they appreciate it, and they're with you, and you can, if you don't already, you can communicate with them telepathically. And for others of you, this is about, you know, your pets or your familiars or your animal friends, you know, that just highlighting the importance of our connection to these beings in our life and how they really do help us heal. And, you know, for some, I'm also hearing that your guides want you to recognize the idea, if it resonates with you, of your spirit animals, and look for them out in nature, look for them in symbols and signs around you, because they're wanting to give you messages right now, to speak to you. This is part of your psychic abilities increasing. For some of you, maybe you are what are those called? The animal whispers, animal psychics. I can't think of it right now. But maybe some of you do that. Maybe some of you work with animals in that way. Really beautiful. I always thought that would be fun. So then, and maybe you do work with animals, because you have the most, you got all these dragon cards. Harnesses the divine masculine power of creation, the alpha dragon. Wow. Destroy the old, visualize your dream, help to manifest a new world. Wow. So that creative energy, that power, that fire. Fire is masculine also. But it's being balanced with the feminine here really beautifully, especially with the high priestess here. So, but this is this divine masculine power. This alpha dragon comes in to help build, like these building blocks. And then we have the air and water dragon, helps you to connect to higher frequencies. Trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities again. Be open to enlightenment, express your inner song. Yes, and so this creative project for some of you might be music, might be something musically related, especially online. You know, maybe you're putting some things online music-wise or music-related. So this helps you, so you're moving into higher frequencies here. This is part of this expansion. This is part of the blessing. This is part of the high priestess energy. This is what you have to surrender, and you don't have to, but this is what you're being guided to surrender into, is this this love, this deep love and inspiration coming from the universe to push you forward into. So, you know, maybe there are some things here that you need to share, that you feel that you need to share, that you've been trying, as far as maybe ideas that aren't well known, or you're afraid might not be popular or taken well. And so I feel like part of this surrender into this experience is to really trust that you can do this in a way that's really led by spirit, with this high priestess here and the King of Cups, that you have the ability to inspire and move people in a way where they understand your point of view of what you're trying to share about your beliefs. And really, I feel like for a lot of you, this is something, part of your creative project is you're bridging something culturally, or trying, you know, in an attempt to heal something. And that's really beautiful. All of this is so beautiful, pile one. This is exciting. I don't know what you're creating or up to, but it feels amazing. And with this building blocks energy wanting to be here in the center, I really feel like, even though there's all this fire and water here, that it really is what you're doing is going to come into manifestation, or it already is, and so maybe you already know. And then for advice cards today, I drew from the Oracle, the Astral Realms Oracle. This is Curiosity. It's it's apophyllite, which is one of my favorite crystals. Number 26, which is also adds up to an 8. And then Jupiter. I was feeling Jupiter. Actually, when I saw the moon earlier, I was thinking of Jupiter. But then I had to look at it again and realized it was the moon. So Jupiter to me is about good luck and, you know, fate and fortune being on your side. And number 26 being an 8 is about, you know, infinite strength and love and abundance. And apophyllite is a connection to the angelic realms and the opening of the heart. Through the portal of the heart, apophyllite helps to connect you to the angelic realms. It's one of my favorite crystals. Actually, here's a piece of apophyllite. I consider this, I call this the twin, because it has these two, the twin apophyllite, and it's got the pink halite in there. It's a really beautiful piece. So this is a beautiful crystal for opening the heart and connecting you to the angelic realms and really lightening your energy. This energy is about curiosity. So that to me is the Page of Wands to that Page of Fire energy, being curious. So as your heart is open and you are blessed and your psychic abilities are continuing to grow and flourish and develop, and as you surrender into all of this, you know, remain curious. And as you share your cultural ideals, whatever that is, you know, beliefs, or just your heart or your dreams or your creative projects, whatever you're sharing, you know, remember to remain curious. You know, sometimes I feel this message is coming through right now, so take it as it resonates. But remember to remain curious about those that you are sharing with and about their viewpoints, and kind of surrendering into this deeper love, this infinite love of like keeping things kind of open, of understanding we all perceive reality differently but I really feel like what you're creating is about bridging, and it's so beautiful. So remain curious. I'm just hearing that that's important. If you stay curious in this while you're going through this communication, where there's so much communication happening for you, whatever this is. And so an attitude, what I'm hearing is an attitude of curiosity will help you flourish, will help you move into abundance and open your heart more and be blessed, even more blessed. Because as you're curious, it's like you're remaining in this youthful, fiery, revitalizing energy that is very fertile and wants to expand, can easily expand. So staying curious will help a lot of you. That will even be just like the key energy that will continue to propel you forward through this creative project or through whatever it is you're doing. Yes, momentum. And so the next card is momentum. I can't make this up. And I don't look at them ahead of time. So momentum, unless they just pop out, of course. But this is what is happening. The curiosity will create the momentum to drive you forward. Very much so that's true with the two pages of wands showing up for you. Curiosity is going to drive you forward. Curiosity about life in general. So don't allow yourself to get bored, to get into a mindset of boredom. And it might be, and you know, that's about that masculine power too, is all about momentum and drive. So this is, you are really blessed in this process. There's a momentum coming from the universe to help move you forward. Again, if you feel overwhelmed, work with the animals. Even if you don't have pets, your own pets or animals, just going out in nature and connecting with whatever animals are there, I'm hearing will be helpful for you in grounding and help you to surrender and open to all this energy and all this intuitive downloads. A lot of you are getting actual psychic downloads from your guides and angels. That's part of this Eight of Wands communication. There's just so much energy coming through for you. Some of you are on a twin flame journey with this Two of Wands being in the center here. If that resonates with you, you'll know, you know who you are. If it doesn't, just let it go. So because there's the Queen of Cups here too, and the King of Cups and the High Priestess, and there's just all this momentum. As I'm talking faster, I'm feeling this just building inside of me. It's swirling, but it's building. It's not just swirling, it's building. So momentum. Pyrite, again, reminds me of abundance. Mars energy, yes, fiery Aries Mars energy. I think Mars represents another sign too, but I'm sorry, I'm not sure what. But Aries for sure. And 24, number 24, which adds up to a 6, which is the number to me of love. So again, more love coming through for you. And love is the momentum. Curiosity drives it forward. There's so much here for you guys. There's so much happening in your life. It's really exciting. So please feel free to comment down below and share what you might like to share, that if this resonates with you, because I would love to hear some of the stories behind this energy, this beautiful, powerful energy that I'm feeling. So if you like this video, if this is resonating for you and you like it, please like it down below and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already and you would like to. I'd love to have you back here and a part of the community. Thank you so much for being here. It's been an honor to read for you. This is really exciting energy. Happy full moon in Capricorn, and many blessings to you. I'm sending you so much love. I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose the beautiful feather. I think it's a dove feather, but I'm not sure. It was left by my bird friends outside, as I mentioned in the intro. So we're going to start with the Good Tarot. This is your signifying card for the reading. This is Patience, number 14, which is the Temperance card in the traditional tarot. And it does represent patience. But it also represents balance and being guided by your guides and angels and inner alchemy, merging of opposing forces within you or without you, and that's how there's balance. The balancing of emotions, deep soul connections. So there's patience here. Number 14 also adds up to a number 5, and 5s are representative of change, but also can be representative of conflict or challenges. So we'll see what else comes through for you as far as your dreams, what dreams are coming true or through for you, what's manifesting, and then we're going to get into these oracle cards later. So whatever's manifesting for you has either required patience or is requiring patience. We're going to use the Light Seers Tarot today. It's drawn to this deck. I really love this deck, actually. I love a lot of them, if not all of them, but I'm really drawn to this one a lot, so I like its energy. I pre-shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle here with you while you're with me, while your energy is here. For Pile 2, please, Spirit, what messages do you have for the highest good for them right now? For Pile 2, please, Spirit. It's taking patience to to get the card out too. That's hilarious. Just to reiterate the message of patience, apparently. I hope you're all doing very well today. I hope you're doing very well. I hope your life is good, that you're feeling aligned and relaxed and at peace. We have the beautiful Ace of Swords. What else, please, Spirit? We have the Hanged Man, another card requiring patience. Another major arcana also. Temperance is major arcana. So very big soul lessons. Lots of opportunity. And the Four of Wands, that's great. Love this card. Celebration, portal. It's traditionally the 1111 portal. Did they have it? Yep. And this card, it's in the background, the Four Wands that represent the 1111 and the portal into, so, you know, portal celebration into your greater purpose. Let's see what else we got going on here. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to take the top one on here, which is the Two of Cups. And the card that fell on the floor, the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. King of Cups. King of Cups wants to come out too. What was on the bottom of the deck? What was on the bottom of the pile that spit out? And then the bottom of the deck energy is the Five of Pentacles. I thought I saw the Ten of Wands, but Five of Pentacles. So patience is being required here. I see this. Interesting. There's something coming together for you, though. You've been working really hard at this, at shifting your perspective changing your mind about whatever this situation is. There's truth coming forward, and you've been in this place of lack, of feeling alone, and like you're not enough or there's not enough. And that's what this patience, maybe this, you've had to have a lot of patience waiting for something to come together. For some, this is a soulmate relationship. So this can be. So for some of you, that's what this is. And for some, it's a romantic relationship. For others, it's other kinds of soulmate relationships. But there's an amount of patience that has had to happen. There's been a feeling of being maybe left out in the cold with this person or abandoned by them. And the truth is, there is this, what's behind here? The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, there's been Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, this energy of holding back. That here. Actually, I don't want to put the whole deck here, so we're just going to put these here. Oh, interesting. And then the Three of Pentacles and Death. Okay, I'm going to take them all. And Strength. Yeah. Okay. So what you have been going through has been that you are one of the groups here. If these messages resonate with you, you have been going through a lot. Let me push these over just a little. The truth is, this gateway is available to you. The truth is, this celebration is here. This opportunity to expand and to manifest your dreams, to achieve what it is that you desire in this particular case. That is the truth. And there's a new beginning. You're starting to see this truth, or you or the people who need to see this truth are starting to see it. But and that's what this coming together of this union here, this Two of Cups, is. So there's this truth coming out so that there can be this coming together of hearts, minds, maybe both. There's been a huge pause because there's been a lot of self-work and self-reflection that has needed to be done in the process here. A lot of time in meditation and really getting in tune with your feelings, like the deepest part of your soul and your truth and what you really want out of this life, because you know you don't want this. You know you don't want to feel that way ever again, is what I'm hearing, if we can help it, right? And yeah, there's a shift in perspective. It's requiring you to come into balance. And I feel like this is you coming into balance too with your emotions. The King of Cups is a soulmate energy too, with these two cards being here and the Four of Wands. For some of you, this is about a love relationship, the truth coming out. That maybe you've had to have a lot of patience with whatever this process has been. But the King of Cups is emotionally mature. He's very reserved maybe about what he expresses, but his love is deep and it's true and it's soulful. It's a soul love. So this could be family for some of you. But this whole process is, with Temperance being here too, this is a really blessed process. This has been watched over by your angels, and I'm being called to this ship here, and I'm hearing your ship is finally coming in. You've learned how to balance this energy, the Temperance energy. You have learned, or you're very close to completing this cycle of learning how to balance this deep, deep love within you and this deep emotion within you, and to not go into being, to not go into this fear of abandonment and then hold back. Here, there's Four of Pentacles. Holding back your heart, holding back your love, your expression, your truth. These people dancing, having a blast, are not holding back. That's the truth. That's the truth that wants to come forward into your life. That's the dream that you're manifesting. This is what you want to build together. This is the Three of Pentacles. You want to build this in the world with, you want to build something sacred here. Something beautiful. But the truth has to be expressed, and you have taken, it's taken a lot of time to really work on yourself, or someone else to work on themselves, or maybe you and them working on themselves. And then with the Death card, another major arcana card, there's a rebirth, there's a death and a transformation happening. Again, with patience, with the Temperance and the Two of Cups, there is this, and the Hanged Man, this experience of going deep. The King of Cups too, going deep within yourself, really working on yourself. But not just, I mean, when we have the Three of Pentacles here too, it's not just about doing the inner work, which the Hanged Man to me is, you know, a lot about doing that inner work. And Temperance too. But this isn't just about emotion and passion, you know, or even thoughts. This is also about doing the work in the world, like doing what you need to do, what you've been doing. You've been doing what you need to do for you to come into this place. But it has required patience, and it's required a lot of work and a whole new perspective and an entire rebirth. So I believe for most of you, you're all, like I said, either through this process or almost through it. And that you have the strength. This is the Sacred Heart card. This is Leo energy. The courage, the strength, the love, the endurance, the patience to be able to come forward into this level of growth and this level of manifestation of love and happiness, really. I'm actually going to leave the Strength card on top. There's a huge rebirth that's been happening for you, and a lot of it has been, I'm hearing right now that so much of it has been from your own efforts. And there is celebration for you. This is your truth. Your truth is not suffering or abandonment. You know, your truth is not the Five of Pentacles. Your truth is love, really. And you have the strength to evolve into this. You're already doing it. That's what most of you are, or you're so close to this. So close. Okay. Is there anything else from these cards, Spirit? I'm feeling drawn to the Ace of Swords again, and I really feel like I'm seeing the staircase there in her mind. And this is a huge ascension process for you. Temperance also is like, brings in this angelic spiritual energy, but I'm seeing that you have ascended past so many, you know, dark thoughts and beliefs that have held you back, fears, illusions, all of those things that you have allowed the light of your soul and the light of spirit or universe or God or love, whatever, you've let that light penetrate all of this, and now you are in a place of ascending. Your thoughts are moving into a place of expansion and lifting you, because our thoughts are what create in our world, you know, ultimately. So you're being lifted through this gateway, the Four of Wands, the 1111 portal. You're being lifted into union consciousness and balance and harmony with Temperance here. And with the Two of Cups, also union, you know. This is so much about the strength you have built, the work, the inner work that you have done, what you've been willing to do. And I love in this deck how the Hanged Man, it looks like light language there in the water. So you've taken the time and really gone inward and worked on yourself and really gotten in connection with your guides and angels and with your guidance, your inner truth. Unfinished Symphony is, I'm pulling your oracle cards now, sorry, just moving on to tell you. So Unfinished Symphony number 10, yes. I love this card actually in this deck. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and this is exactly I'm feeling such a gateway here for you guys, such a portal with this Four of Wands, and the 10 is the beginnings and endings and unfinished symphony. So there's something here, this truth that is coming forward that is going to bring this union, this moving through this gateway into reality. It's going to move you out of, because look at what energy is also here. The orphan, which reminds me of the Five of Pentacles. The orphaned card. So as you finish this cycle, either it's requiring flexibility. And we've already seen that. You've gotten really flexible in this Hanged Man position. So this, I'm also hearing that this orphaned energy is like it's an old story. It's an unfinished symphony, you know, and this is an energy, this is a karmic cycle you are bringing to conclusion as you cycle through out of this. Because this spiral also reminds me of karmic release. And how this has been a story that has gone round and round, even though we're not getting the round and round card. There's an unfinished story here, but also an unfinished story of union, of moving out of this energy. And there's a flexibility that is required of you. You, like I said, you've kind of mastered that flexibility with this beautiful Hanged Man position. This is what you've been working on, and it's happening. You're coming into this strength and this King of Cups energy. So you're learning to be strong and flexible. And we have from the Galactic Heritage deck. I felt like drawing from this deck, it's very unique if you're not familiar with it. I love it. It talks about the history of the galaxy, of our universe, of our galaxy, I guess. So number 6, New Paradigm, Andromeda. New paradigm, yes. You're writing an entirely new paradigm for yourself. No more of this orphaned energy. I'm going to put it right over it. Number 6 is about love. It's about creating, or it breaks down to it can break down to 33, you know, of manifestation and blessings from the Ascended Masters. But to me, 6 is about love. And this is the new paradigm you're building within yourself. No more of that orphaned energy that keeps you very rigid in a certain mindset and separate from all of this, you know, love and celebration and partnership that is available for you. We also have logic and reason here. Present, Vega. Number 26, which is an 8. So logic and reason. Yeah, I think you're being asked, and you know this. So I'm hearing that so many of you know this. So this is, if this is resonating, this logic and reason is not. It's not going to get you into where you want to be, and you know that. You figured that out. So you've learned. You're learning, or you've learned, or both, that it's flexibility within this logic and reason. That this logic and reason is good. It's needed. But the flexibility is what is going to allow for the new paradigm to build. Because if we stay in our comfort zone and we do everything that feels safe and logical, it doesn't allow any room for this creative energy that needs to come through, that wants to come through. So logic and reason are important, but it's the King of Cups, the energy and the Strength card here, that want to lead you forward. So it's the heart that is the new paradigm. And that will take you out of this place of feeling orphaned. This is part of the unfinished story for you. So we're asking, you know, Spirit said we're talking about the dream that you're manifesting. The dream that's coming through for you is you're letting go of, you're moving out of this karmic cycle of feeling like you're not enough, or you don't have enough, or something along those lines. And this has been a long cycle for you. But this is the new paradigm you're building. It's an old story, and it's time to let it go. And that's what I'm hearing. I'm excited for you. It's leaving. You have mastered it. I feel like this King of Cups, he's just got it. Like, is that a crown? Yeah, a little blue crown on top of his head. Like, so he's come into his sovereignty, and he's very calm and meditative. logic and reason are there, but he's ruled by his heart. And same with this beautiful Strength card. She has the infinity symbol tattooed on her arm. There's infinite love, infinite possibility, no need for lack. So it's more of a abundant mindset with love. And knowing, you know, even if things look like in a certain moment, you know, that love is impossible, or, you know, happiness is impossible or unavailable, or this celebration or this transformation, this opening, this gateway is impossible. Know that logic and reason are not what are going to bring you into the new paradigm and move you out of this place of lack. What's going to do that is your heart, the strength of your love, and your willingness to balance your emotions and your mind and shift your perspective and bring yourself into a place of balance and connection with higher mind and higher love, which Andromeda ascended. That's our sister galaxy. And I believe, at least from what I remember anyway, that Andromeda has already ascended before us. And so, so much information comes from there about the new paradigm, about love, about unity consciousness, about loving ourselves. So, and trusting in the love and the benevolence of the universe, even when on the surface, in that certain moment, it does not look to us like we can't see how it's going to turn out. And that's where that flexibility is being asked to come in as well, is to be flexible with what you are willing to allow into your life. Be flexible with your thoughts. So golden's in the dragon, out of the dragon oracle, we have the golden solar dragon. Helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. So leading, moving forward from your heart. Golden energy, the sun. New beginnings, happiness. But it's from that heart energy. The DNA, your DNA, that's what I was saying. There's these downloads coming in for you. That the masculine energies showed up in pile 1 too. It's interesting. So it makes sense with this super moon that there's a lot of fire, you know, pushing us forward, but not pushing us forward in a forced way, but with this energy of passion and just flow. It's time. I'm hearing that you're ready. You've done the inner work. You've done the introspection. You've come into balance. And now it's time to basically finish this story, you know, let go of this feeling of lack and come into this new place where you might have to be flexible with yourself and others at first as you create this new paradigm for yourself and this new identity of someone who is powerful and who can create in the world and has leadership skills. Because I'm hearing that this does come naturally to you, and that's part of why you're learning to balance your emotions, because you know this is what is destined for you and you have the strength. This is part of your rebirth. You're moving out of this story of lack and I'm not enough and I don't have enough. And you've told yourself, some of you, if this resonates, have told yourself that that's logical. When you look at yourself, when you look at all these three-dimensional judgments of yourself, logic and reason tells you you are not enough. And there's that orphaned energy. So I'm sorry, pile 2, I can feel that. But you are enough. You are absolutely more than enough. You are everything. And this is part of what's healing. I'm tearing up as I'm feeling this. It's very intense. So this is what's healing for you. This is the new paradigm for you. You are moving into a place where you are led from strength in love in your heart. And this perspective is shifting. And this gateway is opening. So we also have the gold and silver violet flame dragon. Ooh, I like that. That's beautiful. Transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace. Beautiful. Transmutation, gold and silver violet flame. So maybe some of you do work with the violet flame or Saint Germain. And so feel free to work with that energy to help clear you of any of these old stories that need cleared, anything else that needs balanced or released from old stories that you are not good enough or that you don't have enough or whatever it might be. With the Death card came out too as transmutation. Magic and healing. There is magic coming in for you. You've done the work. That's the Temperance card. Your angels are blessing you. So out of the Astral Realms deck, we have Boundaries, Labradorite, number 21, and the South Node. So boundaries. Boundaries and karma. The South Node to me is about karma. Past stories, letting go of these past stories. Labradorite and number 21, number 3. So, coming into a new story of abundance and grace, like this card suggested. And you can, work with that however you want. If you want to give in service in some way, if that helps you feel more aligned with grace. But even just praying for your loved ones, being in gratitude, but you're letting go of, you can use labradorite too to help you with this process of boundaries. So this is part of what you're learning through this whole process. It's part of why it has taken such patience. It's because part of this new paradigm is you're creating, of course, right, with a new paradigm, you're having to build a new thing, so you're creating new boundaries just like you would in an actual physical structure. So you're releasing the boundaries of the South Node, the boundaries of the past, the boundaries that worked in other lifetimes and other stories that no longer work in this lifetime. It's no longer logical or reasonable to put these boundaries in place because this is a new life. And this is the unfinished symphony as you're creating this new life. And it's not the story of being abandoned and not enough. It's a story of strength. It's a story of love. It's a story of soul connection here with the Two of Wands, the Four of Wands, the King of Cups. Temperance. It's a story of being abundant and balanced and connected to your guides and angels in such a beautiful way. There's a new moon on that card too, like a promise of magic and new beginnings. New stories, new horizons even. So then we have culmination. Yes, that feels right to me. Number 7, this is the crystal hematite, and it's the root chakra. So that's what I was seeing with the Three of Pentacles. You are grounding this energy into your life. That's the dream coming true. You're starting to build this new paradigm physically within your world. You're going to start to see changes in the way that you think, feel, act, create. This gateway is opening for you, and you're going to be able to ground it into your reality. It's coming into culmination. All of the work that you've done, there's this gateway opening in the Four of Wands. You are able to move through this into this beautiful castle in the sky. This beautiful sacred place. You're making your life more sacred, more abundant. This is the new paradigm for you. The root chakra. You're starting to feel safer. And hematite's not only grounding to me, it's like a great protection stone. So you're starting to feel more protected and safer in your life. And sometimes logic and reason might tell you that that's crazy or stupid or that you shouldn't feel that way. But you're being guided through this reading to not lean on your own understanding, so to speak. Don't lean on that. Lean on your heart. Lean on the love that's there. Lean on these new boundaries in this new world that you're creating, because you're rooting it into existence. It's safe. It's protected. Spirit is with you. And that's really, really exciting, Pile 2. I'm excited for you. And it looks like you have been doing a lot of hard work You've had to, it's required a lot of patience, and it might still be requiring some patience here. Some of you might not quite be at that rebirth yet, but know that it's coming, and you are moving out of this place and into what's new, into your dreams coming true and being able to make that happen, coming out of a place of lack. So if this is really beautiful, and I thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. It's an honor to read your cards. If you like this, please like it down below, and feel free to share it with anyone who you think would benefit. Also, I'd love to hear your comments if this resonated with you and you would like to share how or in what ways this resonated. It's always interesting to me, and I love connecting with you all. And what else? Yes, please subscribe if you're interested and would like to see more and join this community. Thank you so much. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you next time. Many blessings. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose the Celestite stone. It's polished. I believe it's banded is what it's called, banded, but it's beautiful Celestite stone. We are starting your reading off with a signifier card from the Good Tarot, but your deck got 2 cards. So the main card that came out for you is the Queen of Swords. I love this deck. I think it's beautiful. And then we have the Two of Swords. So I feel, Pile 3, that you are in the middle of or have been at least, you have had to make a tough decision. There's been a bit of a stalemate and not knowing how to go forward. And the Queen of Swords is seeking truth with that beautiful white owl. And I feel like the wings behind being touched by the angelic realms and angelic guidance. I feel like you've had a tough decision to make, and you have maybe even had to make some hard decisions. Use your mind over your emotions, perhaps. But you've been very smart about it, and you've had to take your time. You've had to think it through. There's this wisdom that's come to you from the other side. I'm hearing for some of you, it's loved ones who've passed on have been communicating with you. This is a place of indecision and a bit of darkness, of feeling like you can't see. You're not sure which way to go or what decision to make, and that's why the Queen of Air is desiring truth and wanting to make a clear decision, and a decision from higher mind, from a space of the beautiful connection, combination between intellect and feeling. And there's a blindness here, there's a darkness and an uncertainty about which direction to go, and there has been beautiful messengers coming through from the other side, and your angels have been speaking to you, and there's been truth coming to you through whatever this is. And this is part of what the dream that's manifesting for you is, that you're going to be able to see something that you haven't been able to see before, and you're going to be able to come to some sort of conclusion or truth because of this new sight, this new vision. And like I said, for some of you, you already know what this is, and it already is happening for you. And for others, you're very much in this Two of Swords energy where you're uncertain and you can't see a way forward. For some of you, you're already starting to see it, but know that you are getting help from the other realms through this. I've also drawn some oracle cards that we're going to get to later, but I'm going to live shuffle the tarot for you, and we're going to get more information around this, more messages from Spirit about what wants to be shared with you in regards to this reading for you here today. So I hope you're doing really well. I hope you're having a beautiful life and that this decision isn't too heavy for you. One thing I do love about the good tarot deck is it does feel very light to me. And even this image where I know she's in a kind of a dark place, there's still a lot of light there, and there's a lot of energy coming through, like I said, from the other side, from the guides and angels. And so it doesn't matter if you're male or female, by the way, or how you identify with this Queen of Air here. It's really just an energy. It is a feminine energy, but it is, we all have masculine and feminine. So take it as it resonates, please. For pile 3, Spirit, according to the highest good, what messages want to come through? Temperance, which is also in pile 2. Might be messages for you there. King of Swords, Justice, Seven of Swords, and the Lovers. Let's see. Wow. We have counterparts here with the Queen of Air and the King of Swords, the King of Swords, and there's also an owl here. So an owl might be significant to you, for you as a symbol, a white owl, and then it looks like a brown owl. Also ravens, there's quite a few ravens here, and it looks like a giant bat. That's really interesting. So this decision is going to create a transformation. When this truth comes through, this Temperance card is a balancing coming through for you, a balancing of the light and the dark energies, the I shouldn't say the light. Yeah, the light and the dark. I heard that, the shadow and the light within you. You're doing some karmic work here, some deep karmic work. With some of you, this is with another person and with a romantic partner, or someone that you are trying to decide if you want to go forward with this person. With Temperance and the Lovers here, this could be a soulmate relationship. This could be a twin flame relationship if this is resonating as a love situation for you, if that's the decision you're trying to make. Again, I felt this as a somewhat similar energy. Not the same, but there were some similar energies in pile 2, so there might, if you were kind of trying to decide between 2 and 3, there might be messages there for you. The Justice card for me is about this decision becoming clear. And with the Ace, with the King and the Queen of Swords here, with Justice, there's so much Libra and there's so much energy of Libra and balance coming in. And an awakening. In this deck, the Seven of Swords, it always interests me how the sun seems to be shining through, because to me this card is about lies and deception. And maybe that was happening in some sort of relationship here for some of you. But for most of you, I think this is about like inner lies you tell yourself, and self-sabotage. I'm feeling a very strong self-sabotage energy here with the Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords next to each other, that especially with this Temperance and Lovers energy and Justice, it's like, and this some of you, this could be about a marriage. Some of you might be in a marriage or dealing with a decision about within a marriage. But with Justice being here and the King and the Queen being here and Temperance being here, the Lovers is also about making a decision, a very important decision, a decision of the heart and soul. It's also about, true love, soulmate love, twin flame love, deep passion. And same with Temperance. This can be a very big love for some of you. This is about a very powerful, but there has been maybe an imbalance and a lack of clarity in, with Justice and Temperance. There's a real call to balance. And with the Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords here, I feel like there's been some Maybe you or another person has been lying to themselves about the truth. And that's creating a blindness, you know, and that raven's kind of calling in a really, I want to say obnoxious kind of way. I don't know if that's right, but I'm feeling that, like, in an irritating kind of way, like trying to get this guy's attention. Because, or a girl, I don't know, it's an androgynous being here in this picture. But, you know, the hood is over, they're looking down, kind of defensive, you know, not really paying attention to this beautiful light that's coming through. And with the Two of Swords being blindfolded and not really paying attention to the light either, you know, I feel like there is a call for a balance, and temperance is this balance between the light and the dark. So pile 3, I'm feeling a very strong message right now here that there is something that you are not seeing. Please take this as it resonates. If it's not your message, it's not your message. You'll know if it is. There's something you haven't been seeing, and maybe this has just recently come to light. But part of the reason you're having trouble making a decision and coming into balance and getting clarity is because there's something there's a truth that you have not, as of up to now, been willing to see. And some of it has to do with your worth, with your beauty. Do you see he's just this like normal average guy, you know, with his tank top on, just hanging out with the sun and the moon in each hand, you know. But that's my point. He's just this normal guy, and he's got these beautiful wings, angel wings behind him, and a halo light above his head, and the sun in one hand and the moon in the other. So I feel like you are selling yourself short. You're believing something about yourself. You have been believing something about yourself that is not true. And I'm also hearing that it is a self-sabotaging belief. It has kept you from being in balance. It's been tied to karma and ancestral patterns in history. So, you know, as I'm saying all of this, if you are feeling any shame or kicking yourself at all, please don't do that. That's not the energy that's coming through. This is just information so that you can become aware. And a lot of you have just recently already become aware of this, and this is your confirmation that Spirit is really saying that this is what you've been blind to, is the self-sabotaging beliefs, not giving yourself enough credit, not seeing yourself as this divine being, this angelic earth angel, this light on the planet, this person that can wield the powers of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within. That's the truth that is coming into balance, and that's what you haven't been seeing. And this is the decision that the Lovers is calling on you to make. So if this, I'd say for a lot of you watching this, maybe even most of you, this is about a relationship. But for some of you, those that it's not, this is about this happening within you. This is about you coming into the divine masculine and divine feminine union within yourself, this realization that you are balanced, that you are what you're looking for, that you have the power and the knowledge and the blessing from the universe to go forward and create the life that you want, and to step into your truth and to bring justice to your life, to your relationships, to your identity, to your connections, to all things, to life, to spirit, to everything. This is really intense energy, you guys, and really beautiful. I love this Lover's card and the Merkaba between them. You deserve all the love that you desire. And there is no imbalance of love in the universe. That's what the truth is. When you realize that, when you really come into that truth, that will bring you into full balance, into temperance, into justice. For some of you, you are making a decision about deepening a relationship or a commitment or a marriage, or this is about coming to truth and clarity within that relationship or those relationships. And I see it happening for you, but the way it happens is by releasing these self-limiting beliefs and the self-sabotage patterns. To see the sun shining on you, that you're not lost in this dark and watery place. Well, I guess it's air, but it looks like water to me. So I do feel that energy, even though this is air. It's like there is that energy of sinking, I guess, is what I'm feeling. But no more. You are coming out of this. This is your dream coming true. Is that, you're coming into balance and truth and union. For some of you, partnership, a deeper partnership if you're already in one. And for a lot of you, and across the board, regardless, you're coming into a deeper union within yourself, a deeper recognition of your value and your truth and your beauty. With all this Libra energy, I always think of beauty with Libra. Loving life and the beauty of life. And so here we have with your cards, with your oracle cards, we have regeneration, number 46. So that adds up to a number 10, which is a portal for endings and new beginnings and regeneration too. And particularly in this card, I love how the fire is bubbling beneath this beautiful tree and all the sparkles around it. It's just so magical. So you are regenerating by releasing, and the temperance cards and the lover's card even in this particular moment is reminding me of that fire coming in and the water. See, I knew I was feeling the water, and then this watery energy coming in, creating regeneration and light. I don't know where this is coming from, guys. It's just what I'm hearing. You are being born anew through your own efforts of balancing this part of you that refuses to see your light and your worth and your value. It's happening. New phase is coming in, and the truth is coming. The truth is here. Peace is here. And the egg with a new beginning. Out of an old karmic cycle. Coming together. A dream come true, really. This peace, this regeneration. Because there is some deep form of happiness and union coming for you from a place where you felt a whole lot of confusion and stagnation. Conservative attachments. Earth, present. So I think maybe that's some of what you've been letting go of. Is these attachments to security or comfort zones. Old stories about who you are. If you keep yourself down, then you don't ever have to take the risk to really blossom into something new. But it's, it seems scary, but ultimately, because that regeneration phase looks a little scary, underneath, because that's what bubbles underneath. But look at the beautiful flowers, the blue light, and the foliage that's blooming. It's really, I guess what I'm hearing is you don't have to be conservative with your attachments. You don't have to be afraid. Maybe some of you are releasing codependency. Because you don't have to have, maybe this is also I'm kind of feeling like avoidant attachment kind of style, and anxious too, kind of go together. So there's been this fear within this indecision and within this self-sabotage, this fear you know, of not being good enough, but also of being abandoned by the universe perhaps, or by another person. And so this is healing. This is the old story. Why would you be abandoned? You are amazing. Even if someone chose to walk out of your life or choose someone else, you're never abandoned when you come into balance within yourself, when you know that Spirit is always with you, that you always choose you. How can you ever be abandoned when you always choose you? Someone walking away is just their choice. It's just a decision they made because of something they saw that was their choice. Easier said than done, I know, but this is what is developing within you, this deep truth, this deep understanding, this balance, this lover's energy within you of you are the one. And everyone else is just a bonus. But you are the one. So Spirit's saying, that is what you're coming out of blindness. That's what's coming to light for you. That's what's coming into balance. That's what's regenerating, and that's what's going to bring you the most peace, obviously. And this is a 23, so it's 5. And that is change, but it's also, you know, can be conflict, because change can be difficult. Regeneration can be difficult, but ultimately it's bringing you peace. And temperance is about peace to me too. And then we have rejecting emotion. Zeta Reticuli past, number 31. And that makes sense as it adds to a 4, and it's the 4 reminds me of the Emperor. You know, and rejecting emotion, the Emperor, he is that energy of rejecting emotions, or holding them back, pretending like, you know, they're not really there, or well, not really, not putting energy into them, not leaning on them. So anyway, rejecting emotion, I'm feeling like this is something, this is the pattern of, another pattern of the past that you're releasing. That's part of the self-sabotage. Because maybe you didn't know how, you didn't trust yourself to be able to balance those emotions. Temperance is also a 5. So maybe 55 could be a significant number for you. And so maybe, I think it feels to me that a lot of you were not comfortable with your emotions, and as you've learned how to balance this, you can, that was part of the self-sabotage, and that's why you couldn't make a decision, because you couldn't really get in touch with how you felt, because you wouldn't allow yourself to really feel it. But now you're doing that. That's the trap. And so I feel like you have been given, through these cards, Spirit's giving you some indication of what has been throwing you off balance, what's been taking you out of this energy of justice, temperance, and what's been putting you in a place of indecision. And, you know, so much air energy here of, you know, being up in your head. And so, you know, you've been going up in your head because there's been a fear to get into the heart, to get into the feelings. And this 2 of Swords, you know, can't see because you couldn't feel. And the sun, the warmth of the sun, the emotions are trying to come through, and he's just kind of trying to avoid them. He or she is trying to avoid. Isn't really paying attention to, at least. Isn't really seeing it. Isn't really feeling the warmth of it. And, you know, this raven's really, like, not happy. And maybe that raven is that withheld emotion, you know, that cry within. So these are really powerful energies, pile 3. You're regenerating through this. You're being born again through this. This is your dream coming true. You're coming into balance up out of all of this. Know that you don't have to hold on to things or be afraid. That you have everything you need, and that's going to become more and more clear. And so then from the Dragon Oracle, we have Magenta Dragon. Enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom. Awaken your soul memories and higher spiritual understanding. Prepare for accelerated ascension. Wow. And that feels like that with that regeneration card. Letting go of these old patterns of this conservative attachments next to rejected emotion really feels like codependency patterns to me. Addiction and codependency in relationships, or in, you know, and that can be any relationships. It doesn't have to just be love relationships. So, you know, you are tapping into your soul wisdom on a deeper level, and you're moving out of this, moving out of these old patterns, and you're regenerating and you're coming into peace. And you also have the lilac fire dragon, transmutes through the power of divine love. Beautiful. Open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. And that's what we were just talking about, purity of heart. And over-reliance on the mind has been keeping you out in the cold, keeping you in self-sabotaging patterns. And so it's like letting that emotion in, letting that love in, letting yourself regenerate, burn to the ground if you have to in the sense of like with all of that emotion, you know, let it consume you. It won't kill you. It will just alchemize and transmute and set you free and release you from these self-rejecting patterns, bring you back into balance. This is the power of divine love. It can transmute anything. And that's what's happening for you, is what I'm hearing. That's what's been happening for you. That divine love has been breaking these patterns, but sometimes they still have been blinding you, and this is the cycle you're moving out of. This is the powerful thing that is going to allow your dreams to come true. To allow, maybe this, for some of you, the dream is this relationship, you know, and that's what's going to allow it to come into manifestation, into justice, into balance, into temperance, into this beautiful alchemizing of the heart and the mind, of the water and the fire, of the sun and the moon, of the masculine and the feminine. All of this is going to come together with your soul's wisdom and bring you peace. And for some of you, you're right there. Some of you are, you know, you're in different places in this process. But for all of you, I'm feeling you're very close, if not already there. As we move through this new moon in Capricorn, or the energies that are here right now are so strong and are going to allow you to release the last bit of soul karma related to this. You just have to be willing to see the light, to allow the warmth in, to allow the emotion to flood you. Because I'm hearing that it'll be worth it. There'll be a calm after that. That's so worth it, because it's going to, maybe for some of you, these emotions feel like a storm. And that's why you've wanted to run away or hold them back. But ultimately, after the storm, there's peace. It even looks like there was a storm recently in that picture, like it's in the Midwest or something. Midwestern United States, anyway. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, and so then for the last two cards, we have from the Astral Realms Oracle deck. This is so beautiful. What a great way to complete this reading. We have Healing, Spirit Quartz, number 33, Chiron. This is a deep healing. The Chiron is the wounded healer. These are some deep wounds that you've been through, but you are healing through this. Spirit Quartz might be helpful for you. And the number 33 is about manifestation and the Ascended Masters. Mastering this lesson. Being guided, being blessed, healing all of this. You've been healing, and temperance is healing too. I didn't mention that, I don't think. So you're healing. For some of you too, maybe you're not currently in a love relationship, but you're healing these patterns of codependency or addiction or brokenness or self-rejection. So this is healing for you in a big way, and you're being guided and blessed through this whole process. And then we have Transcendence, Moonstone, Crown Chakra, number 1. Again, with that manifestation number 1, you are manifesting a brighter life, a life that's more balanced and fulfilled emotionally, is what I'm feeling. Much more emotionally loving, fulfilling life. This moonstone is also a balancing of emotions. The crown chakra opening to spirit, again with this temperance card, being blessed by your angels. You are transcending this old pattern. You're healing, you're transmuting, you are rising above. And you're being guided not only by your guides and angels, but I'm being drawn to the white owl again, that some of you have loved ones who are really working with you through this. They know this is an ancestral pattern, or they just are very close to you and they resonate with what you're going through and they want to help. So know that you are transcending this pattern, you are transcending this pain, you are transcending these old ways of thinking and being, and you're moving into a regenerated state, a more peaceful, beautiful, vibrant self and life in general, a more connected life. So this is a really beautiful reading, pile 3. Your dreams are coming true. You're being set free from this old karmic pattern. Relationships are getting brighter and better for you, and you are coming into more peace and alignment. You're transcending. You're acquiring more soul wisdom, more ascension energy, more balance, more healing. It's just really, really beautiful. So if you do happen to be sitting in a place of indecision when you reach this reading, know that this is what's coming forward to you, for you. You know, ask for help, because there's a lot of help for you, and a lot of times we have to ask because we have free will, and so our guides and angels really can do a lot more when we ask for help. These patterns are breaking, you are healing, you are ascending, and this is really beautiful. So thank you so much. It's been an honor to read for you. If this reading resonates with you, please like it down below if you liked it, and please subscribe if you're not already subscribed and you would like to be a part of this community and be notified when I release future readings and future videos. And please comment down below if you feel guided to share your experience with this reading and how it resonates for you. I'm always curious and I always love to hear from you. So thank you so much again. It's been such an honor, such a beautiful reading. I'm really looking forward to what's next for you. I can feel it, and it's really bright. So hang in there, believe in yourself, and congratulations on all the hard work. If you've stuck with me this far, thank you so much, and I'm sending you much love and many blessings. See you next time.